All right, Coach, thank you very much. It's the National Football League presented by EA Sport. All right, thanks, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Straight ahead, it's a clash to decide the AFC's representative in the Super Bowl, and it'll be a great one. Between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Cleveland Browns. The winner here goes to the Super Bowl, and we'll know soon enough which team that'll be as we are underway in the AFC title game. This is fielded at the goal line. And a good effort on a return there gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Detroit! Detroit!
On 1st and 10, Mayfield. Throw right side to Perriman, and it's caught. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive, 1st down. And we see the emphasis early here. Get your star receiver involved, able to do it successfully.
Not a bad start to begin with, that's for sure. And to me, this play says our guy is better than your guy's. Because, you know, a player of his stature, he won't just be single covered all game long. It's going to involve multiple people. And right away, they told the other team, guess what? He's just better.
They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Mayfield now on 2nd down to the right side and complete to Njoku. And he'll get it down here to the 43. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. First down, Mayfield. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the Tucker rule that they can fall back on anymore.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. And a nice spin into some open field. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Breshad Perriman, 36 yards. And the Browns have taken the early lead. Well, these guys have won 3 straight ball games and another good start to this one, out to the 6-0 lead.
And I've talked with so many different coaches, as have you, along the way, and they always talk about winning streaks and the mood of a team and how much easier it is to actually prepare during that time. Guys are sharp, guys are focused, everyone's feeling good, and we're seeing it early in this one.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback.
Leopard!
They'll run. This is Melvin Gordon. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So they got him coming up from his linebacker spot.
And sometimes the position designation really doesn't matter. If you creep up to the line of scrimmage, you just have to look for the football. Make sure it moves before you do.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39. Hot.
Now movement up front. I think they're going to get one of the Charger linemen. Not easy being a rookie left tackle in this league, and there they got him for the penalty.
Not easy at all. Think about what you're dealing with every game you play. Ostensibly, the best pass rusher is over you on every snap. I'd be a little jumpy myself.
Looking to throw. Open left side, it's Williams. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. 23 yards on the play.
No, check, Patriot.
Now Gordon on first down. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Gun! Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
Play clock down to 3, and we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. On second down, they'll run with Gordon. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. He only got a couple on that one, so not a ton of help. They'll have a 3rd and 8 forthcoming.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39. Gone, gone. Gone, gone. Gone, gone. Gone, gone.
Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. They'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And I think the Browns got it. They did.
Well, we may not see it behind the big play sheet that they like to use, but I bet there's a big grin on the defensive coordinator's face. A corner blitz, what we often call a cat blitz. Usually they disguise it, Brandon. You're up on a receiver. It looks like you're going to bump and run with him, press coverage, and then he just takes off straight for the quarterback and someone comes behind him to pick up the receiver.
And as a former member of the secondary, it makes you happy too, doesn't it?
I can't lie about it. I've got a big grin on my face, too. That was a heck of a play, a heck of a call.
No, check. Patriot. Patriot.
The first down carry here for Johnson. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Lucky 56.
And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. On second down, Johnson. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Well, that play was over before it even got started. Thanks for nothing, huh? How about that? That sets up a very difficult 3rd down call now.
First down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39. Gone, gone. Gone, gone.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Looking left side for Watkins, and he's got him. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board. Ended up settling for 3.
And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, and pushed it past the 50-yard line so they felt they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? Second and 10 now from the 27.
No. Check. Patriot. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, here we go. Green, 39. Green, 39.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Flushed out right. And he fends him off. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
They certainly thought they had him surrounded and probably thought they were going to get him on the ground and get the sack, but he was able to elude that. And even though it threw it incomplete downfield, if you're a defensive back, you're loving the pressure that you're seeing from your front.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Leopard.
They'll set up a throw. He's going to air one out. And that's caught inside the 35. A big play there for the Chargers. And even 40 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He can make a man or 2 miss, but that window closed quickly. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down at the 34. Just a yard there, so it brings up a tough 3rd and 12. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
They're going to look to throw, eluding the pressure right. And he's got a man open. That's Allen. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. A good pickup there, a 22.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Back now to begin the second quarter with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's the Chargers here with a football. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10.
Watch him now, Barney.
Now the handoff comes to Gordon. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Vic Beasley able to make the tackle.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
All right, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. This will be caught at about the 6. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. So 2 of 2 on third down conversions on this drive, and now they face a 3rd and 3 here.
Back 99 Philly, here we go.
They'll try and run it. Here's Gordon. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. It makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
And Bailey able to knock it through. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that that happens, because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
Heading out is the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Mayfield on first down. Escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to let it go deep. Looking for Perriman, and it's intercepted. Desmond King picks it.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
Detroit!
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, as it turned out. Couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Throws left side, complete to Keenan Allen. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. The Chargers on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Now back to throw. And he can't quite intercept it. Zone coverage, free safety was there. Couldn't come up with it, and now it's 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line, 2nd and a yard.
No, check, Patriot!
They'll hand it off now. Johnson. And some room to run. There goes Duke Johnson. He's at the 30. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Duke Johnson, 71 yards. And the Browns were able to strike quickly for 6. Of course, he's fresh off the Offensive Player of the Week in the AFC, and what a game it was last week, and a long touchdown run right there.
He and his offensive line, the receivers blocking downfield, they're all in sync right now. Could carry him to a second straight Player of the Week award.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But hey, listen, there's something out there. There got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Allen's got it over the middle. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
Now a play fake here on first down. Trying to lay one up deep and nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's second down. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now they'll pitch it out. This is Gordon. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 14 yards is the pickup there and a Charger first down.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they get to that end zone real fast.
They go back to Gordon here on first down. No dice this go around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
With the struggles we're seeing up front for the offense today, they've got to think about changing up their play calling. Some screens, some draws, some quick-hitting plays in order to try and supplement the run game. You don't totally abandon it, but you try and give it a little bit of help.
He'll look to throw, and he's got it. Got his man on the end route, complete. That catch good for 5. It's third down. And now the Browns are going to take another timeout. That's their second, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back. The Chargers on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
All right, here we go. 3-19. 3-19. Detroit! Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Back to throw. Open man, it's Allen. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The 21 yards there as they convert on third. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Gone! Leopard! Leopard! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone! Watch him now, Barney! Barney!
Back to throw now on first down. And that'll be incomplete. Tyrell Williams was the intended target. And it's second down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28.
All right, here we go. Blue 90! Blue 90! Leopard! Leopard! Gone! Detroit!
And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. And with that, they're now out of timeouts. And still plenty of time remaining here in this second quarter. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Toss play, Gordon. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. To go here in the first half. Back with more of the AFC Championship game after this.
Detroit! Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Vic Beasley in there to drop him for a loss of 10. And it'll be 4th and long. Here's Ryan Allen now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. And now the Browns coming out on the field. There's really no reason to change what they've been doing to this point. They've got the lead. They've looked good this first half.
I agree with you totally, and a lot of coordinators, play callers feel exactly the same way. Until you stop what I'm doing, why should I make any changes? But there are a few that kind of outguess themselves or try to outguess the opponent, and they try to consider what they would do to take things away and go to those plays right away. It'll be fun to watch.
I don't know what was going on there, but the end result, this is going to be a safety. Well, I'm not totally privy to what went on with their offensive meetings, but, Charles, something tells me that one wasn't in the plan.
Yeah, when we had our production meeting, they didn't exactly share that with us, but I'm pretty sure that on the play sheet, the run backwards into your own end zone play was not written down.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Gone! 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 Detroit! Detroit!
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Now he'll be hit from behind, and he is landed on hard. Vic Beasley in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Gone! Gone! Watch it now, Barney! Barney! All right, now, lucky 56! Lucky 56!
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Wide open, it's Allen, complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. This quarterback now 10 of 16 throwing the football. It's 1st and 10.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90. Watch it now, Barney. Barney.
He'll drop to throw. Here as he's taken down. Now the Chargers hustling, trying to get up and get set.
Detroit! Gone! 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 Gone!
So we come upon halftime in the AFC title game as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. One more half to decide who takes home the Lamar Hunt Trophy as we're back underway in this AFC Championship. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out comes the Chargers as they'll go on offense now to start this third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But this
is
do that?
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Gone! 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 Watch it now, Barney! Barney!
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Second catch of this AFC title game, but he's got a first down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game.
Detroit! Detroit! Here we go now. Blue 90! Blue 90! Gone! 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 Detroit! Detroit! Hut! Hut!
They'll drop to throw. Complete. It's Henry. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. tally that as catch number 1 for him in this AFC Championship. It's a first down.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56. Watch it now, Barney. Barney. Gone, gone. Gone, gone.
They'll set up to throw. This is Gordon on the dump off. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass.
Lucky 56. Back 99 Philly. Here we go. No. Check. Patriot.
And now the Browns are going to take another timeout. And that's going to leave them with just one timeout remaining still in the third quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt them. We'll be back. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10.
All right, now, Lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll look to throw here. And Daniels has it, left side. They'll get nothing out of that one, and it's going to lead to a third down.
Usually the offense has an answer to anything a defense throws at them, including a safety valve. And that's what they did on that play. They went there, but the defense still made an excellent play and held him to no gain.
On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th.
All right, now, Lucky 56. Lucky 56. Over.
They'll look to throw. And Allen's got it. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. A 4th down, no problem. 19 yards that time, but now it's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Back 99 Philly, here we go. All right, now, Lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. The Chargers on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 9. Looking to throw. Going underneath for Gordon. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th. And Bailey able to knock it through. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. Well, that will go down as a 15-play drive, and it results in 3 points. So some disappointment?
It's funny. We had our conference before the game with the offensive coordinator, and what did he tell us? I just want every drive to end in a kick, right? An extra point, a punt, or a field goal. Well, in this case, I think it is a little bit of a disappointment because it did end in a kick, but that type of a drive should end in the end zone.
Here's the Browns now. They get set for their first possession of the third quarter. That field goal a moment ago cut into their lead, but they still have that lead. They'll be looking to get the points right back.
And you just took me back to playing days. I could hear my head coach now in the locker room at halftime. The last thing he always said was,
"Don't screw up, Davis."
Well, besides that became a catch-all. But he always told the team, first 5 minutes, extremely important. How are we going to react? How are we going to take control? We need to. Well, in this case, his team didn't. They gave up a field goal. Can they get their momentum back going in their direction? See if they have a match or an answer on this drive.
We'll see. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Johnson on the counter. And he'll lose yardage here. Going down back at the 28. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set him back for 2nd down. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. First and 2nd down were a disaster. Both went backwards. Now it's 3rd and 18. They need something big. Mayfield to throw it this time. Being chased out left. And now he'll let this one go deep. Back up. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Throwing back across his body. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
Watch it now, Barney, Barney. Check. Leopard, Leopard. Gone.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here. Pass complete, but no gain.
No yards.
Yeah.
So you file that as unsuccessful.
Yeah, you do, don't you? Except on the stats, throwing the ball,
Get a completion.
you get a catch.
Yeah.
But still, no
Watch it now,
yardage.
Barney,
Okay.
Barney. Gone. Back 99 Philly, here we go. Watch it now, Barney.
And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Gone! Now let's go! 3-19! 3-19! Watch him now, Barney! Watch him now, Barney!
And the blitz does come. Gonna throw right side here, complete. Touchdown, L.A. A big play there. 44 yards. And the interception by the Chargers D leads to a touchdown. Dan Bailey now for the extra point. Bailey got the extra point, and that will get him one closer. So the lead shaved to 2 now as the kickoff is away. This is fielded at the goal line. Spins past it. Then he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still on attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards on the play.
Lucky 56. Detroit! All right, now, Lucky 56.
Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Detroit!
From the gun, Mayfield. Looking right side, and that's complete to Watkins. Past the 20. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Back now here on EA Sports. It's been a good one so far. Just a 2-point game here as we get set for quarter number 4. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down.
Gone! Detroit!
From the red zone now, Mayfield forced out to his left. Dumping it off for Johnson. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and it'll make it 2nd down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9. It'll go as a gain of 7 on the play, and it sets up a 3rd and inches situation. Again, it's Johnson. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's 1st and goal. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what was said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3-and-out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscle all over the field and getting pushed down it.
He'll get it up the middle. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. And now the Chargers are going to signal for another timeout. That's going to be their 2nd. They'll be left with one more plus the 2-minute warning. And we'll be back. This Charger defense continuing to hold the line. Now it's a 3rd and goal situation. They'll give it to Chubb. And he takes this one in for a Brown score. Nick Chubb taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Browns add 6 to their lead.
But he decided to run it in and got it done on 3rd and goal. A lot of times, that's a passing play.
And the kicker just has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Here comes the Chargers offense now back out onto the field. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3-and-out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Detroit! Detroit! Back 99 Philly, here we go! Back 99 Philly, here we go! Detroit! Detroit!
They'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
No. Check. Patriot! Patriot! Gun! 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 Gun!
He'll look to throw. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Vic Beasley getting him once again, his 3rd sack of the afternoon. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
All right, here we go. 3-19!
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out.
3-19! 3-19!
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And that is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. Now the Browns offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. But they can thank their defense for another stop. And now look at the score, where they've got the football. They're looking pretty good.
They're looking excellent because now you're thinking to yourself, let's just take some time off the clock. work it down, and, of course, you put another touchdown on the board, you can pretty much say bye-bye to this one.
Play calling here can be a little bit more conservative because of the lead.
A little bit more conservative. The biggest thing, everyone understands how to get the ball downfield and how to stay in bounds and make sure the clock keeps running.
This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and 12. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. They pitch it out to Johnson. A solid pickup at 13 sets him up 1st and goal.
I know we're in the era of wide-open football, a lot of spread formations, more space, but there's still a spot for power football, and we just saw some of it right there. How about that run?
Yeah, breaking the tackle, and, you know, late in this game, he wants the football in his hands. He's had a good day. They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Duke Johnson, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Browns add on to their lead. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. The bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
Mayfield to throw it. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Casey Hayward.
Well, as most teams do in their 2-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted. And remember, if you pick it off, you get a chance to take it all the way back, get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case here. That's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Vic Beasley. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon. Now they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. They'll set up a throw. And the hit jarred loose. It's incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. He'll look to throw. Under pressure, and down he goes in the end zone, and that's a safety. So a failure there to get rid of the football. I don't know in the end that it's going to matter much here with this game, but it yields another 2 points.
Yeah, I think I'm with you. It may not matter a ton with the deficit that's already there, but like the old coach used to say, it sure ain't going to help.
It doesn't help indeed. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, give him a little dap. Been a big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And not much. Maybe a yard up to the 29.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Browns on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
Gone! Check 52. 50, 50. Hey, here I come. Here I come. Here I come. Here I come.
Time for a break. Back to wrap up the AFC Championship game after this. On third down, Mayfield. Screen play, Johnson. Johnson with a burst, a first down or more. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Big yardage there for the Browns, 18.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky.
They go to Johnson again. Oh, and now he bowls him over, shedding the tackler that gives him some room. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17.
I've got an idea. Let's skip racing to the airport at the end of this game. Let's go to the post-game press conference. I have a feeling that the quarterback of this winning team is going to be given a whole lot of credit to the running game and the offensive line.
Yeah, I was just going to say the offensive line, yes, carrying the ball has been key, but those guys up front, they've made a lot of space. Now on the heels of that run by Johnson, here's another 1st and 10. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. He'll be brought down at the 43. Joey Bosa in on the stop.
Yeah, baby. Yeah. Gone. Watch him now, Barney.
They'll go option to the short side. And he'll be taken down at the 34. He'll wind up getting 3 on the keeper there, but it leads to a 3rd down.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. On third down, Johnson. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
And with this win and an AFC championship, they have reached the most hallowed ground in all of sports.
That means they are the best in their conference. What an incredible feeling for this team to go through the entire season and come out on top and now go to the Super Bowl for the right to be called world champion.
And that'll close the books on the conference championship. For Charles Davis, myself, Brandon Gaudin, and our entire crew, we'll talk to you in 2 weeks from the Super Bowl.
it.